So let me consider an example in this form. So in which this is the nodes and how they are interconnected with each other. So I'll just give partial information regarding how if BFS is applied. If BFS is applied, then what will be the update which I'll be having? So here, as I specified, we require queue for its operation. We require a queue for its operation. So I'll just consider an example. Okay. So now here, what we need to do is we need to consider the starting node. So there are three things what we have to specify. What will be the result? What will be the queue? And what will be the final information what we'll be getting? That is, this information is pertaining to what? Is pertaining to the tree what we had drawn. So which is the first node you will be visiting? Say I'll consider node 1 as the first node. So that is what is being updated and that is what is being pushed onto the queue. So pushed onto the queue. So now what I have to do is I have to analyze who are the neighbors associated with this. So in order to do that, I have to pop one out of the queue. So since it is operating on first in, first out. So first entry, what we have, first is the node what we have entered, and we need to analyze neighbors associated with this. So the entry in the queue will be 1. And who are the neighbors associated with this? Neighbors associated with this is 4 and 2. So therefore, in queue, what I'll be having? I'll be having 4 and 2 specified over here. In the queue, those are the elements which will be pushed. It may be 2 and 4 also. You can go in that way also. So therefore, if you just see, with respect to 1, who is the neighbor? It is 4. And who is the neighbor this side? It is 2. So that is what is being done. Now, whom should I analyze? Whom should I analyze? So this is operating on what? First in, first out. It is operating on first in, first out. So this already I have analyzed. This is done. So who is the next element? So this element is the first element present in the queue. So therefore, I pop this. I get to know that I'll be going to node 4. I'll be going to node 4. So node 4. So when I am having node 4, who are the neighbors which are associated with node 4? So in this case, I can just check out that 3 is the neighbor which is associated with node 4. So that 3 will be entered in the queue. And in the result also, it will be entered as 3 over there. So now what I have is, once I have done this, so I have analyzed who has to be taken up. So I have visited 4 now. Now what I have to do is, what is the next node I should visit? So how do I identify? I see the queue. So in queue, what I am having? 2. So this is the element which I'll be popping out. So once I pop out this one, right, the front pointer will be pointing over here. So 2 will be considered. So 2 is this node. So for 2, who all are the neighbors? 3 is a neighbor, but you can see that 3 is already being visited. 3 is already being visited over here. So here, what happens is that now again, it goes on how the entry is going here. So now 3 already, there is a link established. So this one is actually a cross edge. This one is actually a cross edge. So no need to establish a link. You can just specify telling that it is a cross edge. So 2 is having node 3. Then what is the other node which is there? You have node, you can consider in any way. You can have 5 over here, then you can have 7 over here, and then you can have 8 over here. So that is what you update: 5, 7, and 8. And that is what you'll be entering in the queue: 5, 7, 8. Now, what will be the next node I need to visit? Next node will be node 3. So which will be popped up. So node 3 is having what all neighbors? It is 10, and it is having 9, 10 and 9. So that is what you specify in the result, 10 and 9. So 10 and 9. So now what will be the next node I need to visit? Next node will be 5. So for 5, when I go right, 5, 6, I haven't yet visited. 6, 7, if you just see, 7 already on this thing is there. So this is again cross edge. And 8, it is already present. So this is also a cross edge. This is also a cross edge. So these are the neighbors which are present. So 5 is being analyzed. It is being explored. It is being explored over here. So next what we do is, what is the next node I have to go? I have to go to node 7. So node 7, if I just consider, I can go to 5 and 8. So already the path cross edges there and they are already present. So no need to specify the path over here. So I need to visit 8. So if I visit 8, you have 2, 5 and 7. So 2 already there is the edge, 5 and 7. So 7, if you just specify, it is like there is a cross edge which is present over here. So then 8 is analyzed. Next one, it is 10. So if any update is there, then only I'll be updating here and the queue, or else I'll not be updating it. So next what I have 10. So after 10, I don't have any other neighbors. Then last one which is there, it is 9. So 9 is being visited. So this is the tree which is associated with BFS. This is actually the minimum spanning tree, BFS minimum spanning tree. So this is the result what we have. And how do I identify which is the next node which I have to visit? It is with the help of this queue. So I start off with one of the nodes. I update the neighbors. So 4 and 2. So if you just change it, it will be 1, 2 and 4. So next would be, you would be visiting 2. So when you visit 2, it will be 3, 8, 7 and 5. 3, 8, 7 and 5. 3, 8, 7, 5. So this only will be updated even in the result. So this is just an example what we have considered. What we have considered over here. So now let us look at okay, let us look at DFS. For this graph, if I implement DFS, what I'll be having? Okay. So now what we have, so in this case, so again, what I'll do is, so this one will give me the result and I have to use stack over here. I have to use stack over here. So what is the purpose of the stack? We'll have a look over here. Say this is a stack, what we are having. So, and we'll have the tree implementation, that is a minimum spanning tree once we apply DFS for it. So here what we have, say I'll start with the node 1. Node 1. Now in this one, there are 2 neighbors possible. So in the result, I have node 1. There are 2 results possible. So it will be either node 4 or node 2. So you can consider any of this thing. So in my case, say, let us consider node 4. So this has been pushed onto 1. This has been pushed onto, this has been pushed onto the stack. Now 4 is there. I need to visit 4 and try to identify who is the neighbor for this. So the neighbor for 4 is what? Neighbor for 4 is 3. So what I have to do is I have to go to 3. So but before going that, I need to push this 4 onto the stack because I need to backtrace. I need to backtrace. For that purpose, I have to utilize the stack. So here in the result, what I had 4. After 1, I visited 4. After 1, I visited 4. So since I was moving to 4, right, I had to store this information onto the stack. That is, I had to push this information onto the stack. So now once I visited 4, right, I got to know that 3 is the neighbor which is associated with this. So I want to move to 3. I want to move to 3. So in the result, you write 3. But when you're doing this, you need to push this 4 onto the stack. You need to push 4 onto the stack. So for 3, who is the neighbor? Neighbor is 10 and 9. So you can visit either of these. So if I want to visit 10, right, I'll be moving to node 10, but this information I need to push onto the stack. So why I am pushing it? Because I have to traverse back once the path is completed. Once the path is completed. So now I got to know that I started with 1, I went to 4. So this information was pushed onto the stack. So from 4, I went to 3. So 4 was pushed onto the stack. From 3, I went to the neighbor 10. So then I got to know that at 10, I don't have any other update. I don't have any other update. So what I have to do is I have to go back to 3. I have to go back to 3. So for that purpose, what you will be doing, you will be popping from the stack, that is last in, first out. So this is the element which is present over there. So now what you will be doing is you will be eliminating, you will be taking this, you will get to know that, okay, 3 is the node which I have to visit. So once I pop back, I get the information that 3 is the node which I have to visit. So for 3, 10 is already being analyzed. What is the next? This thing 9. So next, this one is 9. So what I do is again, I have to go and visit 9. I have to go and visit 9. So before doing that, I should push this again onto the stack. I should push this again onto the stack. So when I reach 9, I see that there is no other neighbors wherein I can follow the path. So you can see that this is giving me one path and this is giving me another path. So now what is the node which I have to consider? So in this case, it will be 3, 3 visited 10. After that, what you did is you went back to 3 and visited 9. You visited 9. So what you do is again, you go back to its predecessor. So which is pushed onto the stack. So in this case, it will be the 3 which is being pushed onto the stack. You pop it out. So from 3, you get to know that there is no other neighbors wherein I can traverse. So I have to go back to its predecessor. So that is, I again pop out the element from the stack, which gives me that 4 is the node where I have to trace back. So from 4, again, I check out that there is no other node. So from here, again, I move back to the predecessor, which is 1. So 1 will be popped out. And then what I will be doing is, again, I can check out that I have to go back to 2. So, but when you're going to 2, what you do is, when you're going to 2, you have to push this 1 onto the stack. You have to push this 1 onto the stack, and 2 is the next result. So from 2, what you have, you can see that there are several neighbors, 3, 8, 7, and 5. So 3, if you just see, already it has been visited. This one. 3, if you just observe, already it has been visited. So what you have to do is, so this one actually, this gives you the edge, what we specify as, in this one, it is specified as the cross edge, and in this DFS, it is specified by other term. So yes, it is termed as back edge. It is termed as back edge. Okay. So now what we have done is we can see that 2 to 3, I cannot have the link established because already 3 has been visited. Then which is the next? It depends again whom you want to choose. If I want to go for 5, it will be 5. I'll be visiting 5. But before going to 5, you should push this element onto the stack. So 2 will be coming over here. So when I move to 5, right, who is the neighbors? 6 and 7. 6 and 7. 6, 7. Sorry, even 8 is also there. So 6, 7, 8. So here, which one I'll be considering? I can consider any one of them. So say, for example, I'll be going to 6. So if 6 is there, if I'm moving to 6, you have to push 5 onto the stack. So after 6, there is no other node present, which is neighbor for 6. So this is the end of this one. So again, move back, that is pop this element from the stack. I get to know that this is the node which I have to check out. So from this case, I get to know that 7 is the next element which I can visit. So before I move to 7, right, I have to again push this element onto the stack. So this is what I do for when I'm implementing DFS. So this I keep on continuing 7, then I can visit 8. Okay, so if all the nodes are being visited, that will give you the result. Okay, so this is what we are having for the implementation with respect to the DFS. So this is all what we have for this session, which completes the discussion pertaining to the graphs. Thank you.